Hi, Goober. All right, so we are working on recalls today. Recalls meaning when I say the word here, does my dog know to come to me?
Gatsby, here.
So the first thing you're going to do is get into a hallway in your house or very low distraction area. Grab some high value treats in each hand. You're going to say the word here and then throw the food behind you. So why are we doing this? We are making this fun game called the Here game. When Gatsby hears the word here, he comes running to you and all he has to do is run and get that treat. So we're trying to keep it fun and active and fast so that this is all about playing a game. But he's also hearing the command several times and getting reinforced properly afterward.
Yes.
So if he's too fast for you, Shannon's going to do a new version. See how she throws the food out and then calls back? Because sometimes you just don't have enough room in your house. So feel free to throw the treat out and then back at you. And then throw it back out again and then back at you.
Okay.
Now, she's still following the 3 rules, right? The 3 parts of communication. What do you want him to do? When's he doing it right? And when's he done?
Good boy. Okay.
You may have noticed that Shannon has now tried to shape this behavior into a sit. Ideally, when we say here, we want Gatsby to come to us, sit in front of us, and we want to touch that collar. Why? Because most dogs realize that someone touching their collar does not end well for them. Either A, they have to go in the house, B, they have to get up on the vet table, C, something's going to happen they don't want to happen, like go in the crate. So we are making touching the collar part of this really fun game, so that we can build up a positive association with that. So this is going to be part 1 of recalls. So if you guys can play this every day, like right before he eats, your idea is try to get 20 times a day that you say here, Gatsby comes running to you and he gets a treat. So that's part 1. Part 2 of recalls sessions. You're going to do the exact same thing you were just doing, but you are going to add the leash. Why? Because the leash sometimes causes dogs to feel like they have no control. So you're going to start adding the leash inside this low distraction hallway of your house just so he can get some under his belt. That it's still fun. It's all good. Sit, touch the collar, and then release. This is also going to make it easier when the next session we go outside to the grass. So we're not trying to change the environment and what he feels around his neck all at the same time. We're taking baby steps. So first we did recalls, no leash. It's over here, buddy. Then we did recalls with the leash on. Next, we're going to go out into the grass and add a little bit more distraction. Just a little slowing down a little bit. So I might try to do one more. And if he does good, we're going to stop. So if you ever see your dog kind of slowing down, losing interest, then it's time to do one more positive one and then end. Because you always want them to come back to the session wanting to learn, not going, oh, it's a training session again.
Okay.
Good. So we'll take a break and then we'll do our last session outside. All right, 3rd session of practicing recalls. We are outside and we have our leash on. So remember, anytime you change the picture, whether you go from inside to outside, whether you go from your front yard to your backyard, whether you put another person with you, if you change the picture, you have to retrain your dog in that moment what is expected of them in that picture. Dogs are terrible at generalizing. Just because they come to you inside your house for a treat doesn't mean they'll come to you outside when there's so much more to look at, right? So we want to be the most exciting we can be. So I want you to also pay attention to Shannon when she says here. When he starts coming to her, she doesn't wait until he gets all the way to her to give him verbal praise. As soon as he turns and commits to coming in her direction, that's when she starts giving him lots of praise. Gatsby, here! So right there, see, he was just turning and she was saying, good, keep coming, keep coming. So we are using treats right now, but we don't have to forever. This is just building up. This is a new behavior.
Gatsby!
Uh-oh, hold on there, little buddy. There we go. Good job. I did that even wrapped up in Martha's feet. Good job. So are you noticing how there's that muscle memory starting to happen? That little snap of the head when he hears the word here. I'm gonna do it one more time and really focus on him.
Gatsby, here.
Like, he doesn't have to think about it. He just knows the pattern. So you want to practice this pattern as many times as you can throughout the day. I want your goal to be, when you go to bed at night, to go, how many times did I give Gatsby that command here and he came to me and I gave him something he liked? A treat, verbal praise, toy, petting, more freedom. Be careful how many times you say the word here and it ends with something he doesn't want, like, here, I'm going to clean your ears. Here, I'm going to put you in your crate. Here, you have to come in from the yard. All those go into a negative association, at least to the dog. So keep your positive.
Gatsby, here.
Yeah, beautiful. And don't take your leash off, you guys, too soon. This is the new rule we're telling everybody. If you come to a new area and Gatsby comes to you 10 times perfectly while you're holding that leash, great. And then if he does 10 more times with him dragging the leash, great. Then maybe you can take the leash off. But that does not happen in one session. It might happen over a week. But remember, keep the leash on until they're 100% dragging it perfect. Good job, buddy.